Good morning children, Saira. Welcome to chapter 10th of History, 18th century political formations. So children, before we proceed ahead, let us take a small recap on whatever we have done till date. We started off with learning that during the first half of the 18th century, the boundaries of the Mughal Empire were reshaped. By 1765, another power, that is the British, successfully grabbed major chunks of territory in eastern India. Political conditions in 18th century had changed quite dramatically, and that too within a very short span of time. New political groups emerged in the subcontinent during the first half of the 18th century when Aurangzeb died, till the last battle, that is the third battle of Panipat. Then we learned about the crisis of the empire and the later Mughals. We learned that the Mughal Empire reached the heights of its success and started facing a variety of challenges during the closing years of the 17th century. Emperor Aurangzeb had depleted the military and financial resources of his empire by fighting long war in the Deccan. Under Aurangzeb's successors, the efficiency of the imperial administration broke down. The later Mughal emperors could not keep a check on their powerful mansabdars. Nobles appointed as governors, that is subadars, often controlled the offices of revenue and military administrations, that is Diwani and Fauzdari as well. This gave them extraordinary political, economic and military powers over vast regions of the Mughal Empire. As the governors consolidated their control over the provinces, the periodic remission of revenue to the capital declined. Peasants and zamindari rebellions in many parts of the northern and western India were caused by the pressures of the mounting taxes. Later, Mughals were unable to arrest the gradual shiftings of the political and economic authority into the hands of provincial governors, local chieftains and other groups. Children, then we learnt about the raids by Irani and Afghani rulers, right? We learned that in the midst of this crisis, the ruler of Iran, Nadir Shah, sacked and plundered the city of Delhi in the year 1739 and took away immense amounts of wealth. This was followed by the series of plundering by the Afghan ruler Ahmad Shah Abdali, who invaded northern India 5 times between 1748 and 1761. Then children, in the part 2 of this chapter, we learnt about control of nobles over Mughals, in which we learnt that the nobles in the Mughal Empire were divided into two major groups or functions, the Iranis and the Turanis. For a long time, The later Mughal emperors were puppets in the hands of these two powerful groups. Mughal emperors Farooq Siyar and Alamgir II were assassinated, and two others, Ahmad Shah and the other one, Shah Alam, were blinded by their nobles. After that, children, we learnt about the emergence of new states. We learned that with the decline in the authority of Mughal emperor, the governors of large provinces, subadars and the great zamindars consolidated their authority in different parts of the subcontinent. Through the 18th century, the Mughal Empire gradually fragmented into number of independent regional states. The states of the 18th century can be divided into three overlapping groups. First group is of states that were old Mughal provinces like Awadh, Bengal and Hyderabad. Although they were powerful and quite independent, the rulers of these states did not break the formal ties with the Mughal emperor. The second were the states that enjoyed considerable independence under the Mughals as Watan Jagirs. They included several Rajput principalities, and the last group was of states under the control of the Marathas, Sikhs and the Jats. Then we learnt about the old Mughal provinces. We learned that amongst the states that were carved out of the old Mughal provinces, three states, that is Awadh, Bengal and Hyderabad, stand out very, very prominently. These states were founded by members of the high Mughal nobility who had been governors of large provinces. They were Sa'adat Khan of Awadh, Murshid Quli Khan of Bengal and Asaf Jah of Hyderabad. All these three had occupied high mansabdari positions and enjoyed the trust and confidence of the emperors. Both Asaf Jah and Murshid Quli Khan had a Zat ranking of 7,000 each, while Sa'adat Khan's Zat was 6,000. Then we learned about Hyderabad, Awadh and Bengal. Children, in today's session, we are going to move further with the common features amongst the states. So children, from the bird's eye view, we can detect three common features amongst these states. First one, though many of the larger states were established by the nobles, they were highly suspicious of some of the administrative systems that they inherited, in particular the Jagirdari system. Second was their method of tax collection differed. What happened was, rather than relying upon the officers of the state, all three contracted with the revenue farmers for the collection of revenue. The practice of ijaradari, thoroughly disapproved by the Mughals, spread all over India in the 18th century. And the third common feature in all these regional states was their emerging relationship with the rich bankers and merchants. These people, what they did was, they lent money to revenue farmers and received land as security and collected taxes from these lands through their own agents. Throughout India, the richest merchants and bankers were gaining a stake in a new political order. So, let us go through in short the common features amongst the states. Okay. Now, first one was, though many of the larger states were established by Mughal nobles, they were highly suspicious of the administrative systems that they inherited in particular Jagirdari system. Their method of tax collection differed. Rather than relying upon the officers of the state, all three regimes contracted with revenue farmers for the collection of the revenue. The rich bankers and merchants lent money to revenue farmers for the collection of revenue and the rich bankers and merchants lent money to the farmers, received land in security and collected taxes from these lands through their own agents. Now we move on to the next topic, that is what the Watan Jagirs of the Rajputs. Savai Raja Jai Singh founded his new capital at Jaipur and was given the Subadari of Agra in 1722. Maratha campaigns into Rajasthan from 1740s put severe pressure on these principalities and checked their further expansion. Now children, let us move to your favorite session, that is quiz time. Let's start with the first question now. The third battle of Panipat was fought in A. 1760, B. 1761, C. 1762 and D. 1763. So, what is the answer children? The answer is 1761. The third battle of Panipat was fought in 1761. Second question. Mughal emperors kept a check on their powerful Jotdars, Jagirdars, Mansabdars or Faujdars. What is the answer children? Is it Jotdars? Is it Jagirdars? Is it Mansabdars or is it Faujdars? The answer is Mansabdars. Yes. Mughal emperors kept a check on their powerful Mansabdars. Now let us move to the next question, that is third question. Peasants and zamindari rebellions are caused by the pressures of A. Exploitation of tillers, B. Exploitation of zamindars, C. Mounting prices of goods or D. Mounting taxes. What is it children? What is the correct answer to this? The answer is mounting taxes. Yes. So, peasants and zamindari rebellions are caused by the pressure of mounting taxes. Now, let us move to the fourth question. Nadir Shah sacked and plundered the city of Delhi in A. 1735, B. 1738, C. 1739 and D. 1737. I am sure children by now you must be knowing the correct answer. Yes, the answer is 1739. Nadir Shah sacked and plundered the said city of Delhi in 1739. Yes. Now we move on to the fifth question. Nizam ul Mulk Asaf Jah was the founder of A. Awadh state, B. Lahore state, C. Bengal state, and D. Hyderabad state. What do you think is the correct answer, children? Is it Awadh state, Lahore state, Bengal state, or Hyderabad state? Yes, the answer is Hyderabad state. So children, with this I end this part of the video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and keep learning.